Olachi Olaedo and Olanma were the three children of a popular wealthy businessman called Amadi, who lived in the city with his wife and entire family. One day, he decided sending his daughters to the village as he needed them to get familiar with the cultural values of the land and as well spend quality time with his mother. The first and the second born, named Olachi and Olaedo, happily agreed to the idea as they felt it would be so much fun meeting new people and experiencing what life in the village of Edede looks like. In a week time, the girls left for the village and already started bonding with their grandmother, who was happy to receive them. It wasn't long they entered the village and started making new friends. They were mostly found gossiping, playing, and discussing irrelevant issues. Despite all the counsels given to them by their parents to be of good behavior, they decided to live according to their own pleasures. It became an everyday routine that got Amadi's mother worried. They couldn't even perform basic house chores. All they did was to sit down and watch grandma do all the cooking, sweeping, washing plates, and even their own clothes. How insensitive can these children be? It's obvious that their parents didn't train them well. For how long do I keep living like this? Grandma frowned while thinking deeply about everything happening. She spent most of her time crying because the phone which she used in communicating with her son was hidden by the girls so that she wouldn't report them on how they were treating her. She only hoped that they changed. Despite their reckless behavior, she still loved them. God heard her prayers, and surprisingly, Olanma, the third born of Amadi, was sent to join her sisters in the village. Grandma was so pleased and happy to see her, but at the same time, worried that she doesn't get influenced by her sister's bad behavior. Staying with that our old woman is very annoying and boring. We are grateful for letting us live with you. Olachi and Olaedo were very grateful to their friends who allowed them to stay in their houses. We need to go check on her soon to be sure she has not reported us. Unknown to them about Olanma's return, they decided to go back, but they were trying to plan how to do it. On the other hand, the beautiful Olanma was already informed of her sister's bad lifestyle, but refused reporting to her parents till she gets to talk with them about their behavior. She paid attention and learned how to cook, clean, do other house chores. Everybody in the village loved her because she was respectful and always ready to render help. One day, a tragic fatal car accident occurred, costing the lives of Amadi and his beloved wife. It was indeed painful, which certainly made the two runaway girls come back to their grandma's house. They were surprised to see Olanma, but couldn't ask any question or say anything as regarding why she came down to the village. It was a great loss, and the house was filled with mourning. For once, the girls united with their grandma, who had to continue the mantle of taking care of her son's children. Just when everyone thought that the two ladies would turn a new leaf as a way of obeying their late father's wish, they went back to their old ways and became worse, with the assistance of their friends' bad advice. They spent most of their time gossiping and would always return late from errands. They were extremely rude and disrespectful to their elders. Olanma, being the last born, was very virtuous and didn't even look at the character of her seniors. She was always going to the farm, cooking, and helping out in every way she can. Every night she would spend quality time in grandma's arms while listening to old stories. It was no doubt that Umma was grandma's favorite. Everyone in the village loved Olanma because she was respectful, kind, loving and caring. She was seen helping old people and as well spending time with children instead of keeping friends like her sisters. Grandma loved her so much, and this made her two sisters jealous about her. For no valid reason, the hatred they had for their grandma grew worse, to the point of maltreating her at any slight opportunity. One morning, Olanma returned from the farm, only to find her grandmother crying. Name, what is wrong? Why are you crying? Grandmother, still in tears, replied, Your sisters beat me up mercilessly, all because I confronted them about changing their bad behavior. Upon hearing this, Olanma got very upset and went to go and approach her sisters. What have come upon you two? Why did you keep maltreating our grandmother? What has she done to you? Was this the reason our parents sent you to stay with her? Have you forgotten that the wicked can never go unpunished? You better change or else. Or else what? Olachi intruded. It's like you've forgotten that we're your elder sisters. How dare you challenge us? We would need to teach you some lessons, Olaedo lashed out angrily. Immediately, the both ladies joined hands as they beat Olachi mercilessly. Mma was helpless and confused on the actions to take. Grandma, on the other hand, still loved them and didn't want her grandchildren to be the news of the village. So they kept enduring while still living their normal lives. Olanma never got tired of helping, loving, and comforting her beloved grandmother. On one fateful day, while her sisters went out to have fun with their friends, Grandma, who was resting at the backyard, called on her. Mma, my precious jewel, please come. Olanma, who was sweeping at the backyard, rushed to know why Grandma was calling her. My dear child, I am very grateful for the love and care you have shown me. I and your late parents are so proud of the strong woman you have become. Everyone in the village speaks well of you. And for this reason, I would love to give you a special gift. It was passed from lots of generations before me, and now it's in my possession. I would love to transfer it to you. This gift is a sacred heart stored in a small box that is hidden in the big calabash under my bed. My child, you see, that sacred heart has healing powers. From just placing it on the person's forehead, there would be instant healing. Not everyone knows about it, so I would need you to handle it well and keep it safe. I love and will miss you very much, my dear child. Don't stop being good, humble, loving, and caring. Continue being hardworking and always remember everything I have taught you. Olanma interrupted. I am grateful for the gift, but I think you should hold it. Whenever I need it, I will let you know. Are you planning to travel and leave me behind? Grandma gave a strange smile, saying, Not to worry, my child. I would always be with you no matter what happens. Mma, not knowing what she meant, thankfully held Grandma's hands. Few hours after Mma got back from the market the next day, she found her grandma laying lifeless on the ground. She was so shocked and ran to inform the villagers. Everyone felt sorry for her and was willing to help her with anything she needs because of her good and respectful nature. Weeks passed and Olanma gradually started recovering from the shock of losing her grandmother. She continued helping old people, going to the farm, taking care of herself and keeping her grandma's house clean. One thing she learned was never to be dependent on her elder sisters who left her all alone to stay in their friend's house without even having remorse on their grandma's death. All she wanted to do is to put joy in people's faces and make her late parents and grandma proud. Meanwhile, in a neighboring kingdom called Amanze, there lived a terribly sick handsome prince. All efforts to restore his health failed, and this got his parents worried because he was their only child and heir to the throne. Different traditional healers were consulted, but still no solution until one fateful day. A strong, strange medicine man visited the palace uninvited and asked to see the king as he had an important message from the gods. Greetings, my king. I have crossed different mountains and seas to tell you that your son would be well again.
Oh yes, he would be healed from the touch of a sacred heart. This masterpiece has been passed from generations to generations, and no one knows where it is at the moment. But one thing is for sure, your son would be healed. Be patient and wait. I have delivered my message, my king, and would be on my way now. The king was confused on what actions to take, but he was still grateful for the hope the medicine man brought. He sent the town crier to announce the new development and inform the villagers about the rewards for anyone who is in possession of the sacred healing piece. The people of Amanze were very happy that their prince would finally get healed, and they sincerely wished that they knew where the hidden treasure was kept. The people of Amanze were very happy that their prince would finally be healed. Everyone went in search of the missing treasure. The news of the search for the Sacred Heart spread even in the land of Idide, where the late Amadi's children were staying. No one knew who was in possession of this Sacred Heart except Olanma, who had even almost forgotten where her grandma kept it. Upon hearing the news, Olanma rushed home and carefully locked the door. Then she started searching the place her grandma remembered telling her it was stored. She found and quickly opened the box without thinking twice. The light shining from the sacred piece is indeed a sight to behold. Olanma was very grateful to her grandma for the beautiful gift. Then she closed the box and planned leaving for Amanze Kingdom the next day.
Unknown to her that by just opening the box containing the sacred treasure, she alerted some evil forces.
These evil people were the ones who passed out the powerful spell on the prince, making him sick without a cure, as a way of teaching the king a lesson. So a serious meeting was held that night to destroy Olanma from successfully making her way to Amanze village. The next morning, she put the sacred piece and some clothes in her bag, locked the door and started her journey. Do you think Olanma would have agreed to go on this journey if she knew the risk involved? Do you think Olanma would make it to Amanze village with the obstacles set to befall her? Would she be able to deliver the prince? We would find out in part 2. Thanks for watching. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love you. Stay tuned and watch out for part 2. Bye.